What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today at the request of Congo. We're talking about this for you, or is it Congo? Talking about this for you. And yeah, Bitcoin, man, it's pretty relevant. I probably would have talked about it regardless of the request. There were a few of you that requested it, but I'm just giving shout outs to the first person that requested it. Or if it's the first person that requested it in the Discord. What I want to say, regardless of all that, is that Bitcoin's at $57,280 right now, man, right now, on this new day. Closed yesterday right at the 1618, man, right at it. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little pullback from here. I really wouldn't be surprised. But to be fair, if we look at this, generally speaking, okay, this is what happens with moves, okay? You move up, you consolidate, and then, right, if you move up more, about the same distance overall, you don't actually do it in the same amount of time. That does happen too, but generally speaking, actually, you would see it kind of like taper off. It would take a longer amount of time, right? You get your strong moves leading up to it, and then you're working for it more on that next leg up, right? This one's kind of opposite. It's like you worked for it more, you consolidated, and now you're you're moving up really fast. So generally speaking, with this kind of look, especially with the respect you showed at the 1272, I would think that you hold resistance here at the 1618. That's my genuine opinion. But looking at this volume, looking at the candles, we are very hot on the RSI, and my thoughts are Bitcoin loves to mess with people, right? It's showing bearish divergence on the daily. There are probably a lot of people who are like, there's bearish divergence on the daily, it's gonna go down. They're shorting their life savings away. They're doing 10x, 20x, 100x leverage. You guys, you should never do more than a 5x leverage. And really, in my opinion, if you've been trading for less than 3 years, you should not use more than like a 3x leverage. Trust me, it's crypto. You're gonna be fine with the 3x leverage. You're gonna lose all the money in the world with that alone. So, but just really stay away from leverage trading, guys. None of this is financial advice, but this should be. Stay away from leverage trading. If you've got more than 5 years of experience in the game, okay, you probably have some kind of clue as to handle your emotions and know when to make plays or not, you know. And when I say 5 years of skin in the game, I don't mean like just being in crypto. I mean of actually actively trying to do technical analysis, okay, and understanding what that is. If you're just investing and speculating, like blindly DCAing, you're doing that, you're not doing the technical side at all, nothing wrong with that. You can make a lot more money and a lot less stress if you're in the right markets, which absolutely this is. But what I'm trying to say is, leverage trading is for degenerates. You don't need it. You shouldn't do it. It's for degenerates and professionals, right? And that's why most people lose money leverage trading, is because the professionals take the money from the degenerates. And even they lose money sometimes too, man. The professionals don't trade 100% of their portfolio. They trade a portion of it. They hold long term with the majority of it. There are some professionals who trade larger amounts of their portfolio, but I don't know. It's hard, man. It's like you set yourself up for a pretty big loss at some point, unless you have very tight risk management tolerance. Anyways, what I'm trying to risk tolerance. I don't know. What I'm trying to get into is we do have bearish divergence. We have bearish divergence presenting itself. And I think it's going to make a lot of people think that we are going to see a rejection here soon. And I kind of do think we're going to see a rejection, or not a rejection, a correction, I should say, down to about 47 to 50K, somewhere around there, maybe as low as 43.5K even. From here, the 382 is all the way at 49.5K. The 618 is literally at 45K, and we have the 69 coming at 43.6K. As we build this, as it goes higher, these numbers will change as well, okay? But from here, it wouldn't be crazy to go back below 50K at all. And I very much do think, even if we don't top off here, we go up $3,000 more. I think seeing prices below 50K, we probably will see it happen again. Let's see. At 60K, it's very common to go a little bit below the 382. Okay, so that actually is a thing. So we probably would still stand to go below 50K, but we could go all the way up to 60K before doing that. Because again, from top to bottom here, your 1886, the next level up in these fib extensions would be at essentially $61,000. Okay, so the real question is can we close today above the 618, the 1618? We close, let's see, we closed it right at $57,077. Here it is, $57,066. Yes, you closed above it technically, but it's not enough for me. Okay, it's like pennies to the dollar, and we're talking about a $57,000 asset. So like literally pennies to the dollar. So what I would think is, if today can close green, if we can close higher today, further tighten this bearish divergence that we have and just prove that wrong, then yes, I think we're probably going to see $61,000, right? My initial thought that we would reject from here and go lower would be thrown out the window. And, as long as we're building like this, and just really with this look, going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, generally you build strong, you consolidate, and then it takes longer, but this time you built pretty damn strong, and now you're continuing even stronger with more volume. I have a feeling you're not going to stop here. I have a funny feeling we actually might see prices above 60K. And let's put a line there. Let's put a line right at the 1886. See if we can come up with anything else that lines up with that. This line is technically a little bit below there, but previous topping area here, kind of a support zone on a closing basis right here. Definitely somewhat significant, right? Top to bottom. Is it the 886? Is it above the 886? Let's see. It is. It's a little bit above the 886. Which is kind of a reason why I wouldn't think that we'd go that high, but we could. We absolutely could. I'm just wondering off of this fib here if we're going to get anything. You got your 2886 all the way up there. You have been respecting this fib on your way up, haven't you? Look at this. 1414 hit the 100 level. 1414 hit again, hit the 100 level, broke above the 1618. That's when you really continued to move up, week after week after week. Came back, found resistance at your 2272, found support on the 1886. Now you're above your 2618. I mean, could you go all the way up to 20 or 63.5K? Sure, you could. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, man. This is what I mean, right? So imagine this. Okay, let's look at this for what this is on a weekly basis. Here. Right here, from this high to this high, we had bearish divergence, okay? Right up here. We even had a week close red. And if you thought that that was enough to condemn this back to prices down at 44.5K, 43.5K, 47.5K, any of those prices, then and not wait for confirmation, which would have been this week to close, which I think, if I remember correctly, I was saying that we have it printed. Let's see if we get further confirmation with next week. I forget what I said, but I'm pretty sure, I was definitely under the impression that we could go lower. No, I wasn't. I remember I was saying that we were going to move up to 57K actually. We are going higher than I thought, but I actually do remember because looking at this right from the top, I remember we were hugging that 1272. So no, actually I did not. There was a time like early on when we first hit this that I thought we'd go there, but as the days went on, we hugged this level. That's right. I remember. Okay, so not that I really care about being wrong or right. I don't want to say something that's not true, if that makes sense. What I'm really trying to say is we had bearish divergence presenting itself, and how did that work out for you? How did it work out for you? How many people went short because of this? They saw this red week and they're like, oh, it's definitely going down, and here we are, 10.7% up already this week. Could we do it again? Could we do the same thing on the daily, where we have this bearish divergence presenting itself, and really we're just getting started? We're about to break out above 60K. Some people are thinking that we're going to see new all-time highs. I really wouldn't expect that. I haven't expected that since this range. And as we get closer, I'm just like baffled, man. I'm really baffled because really you look at this for what it is. Like you zoom out and you look at it, like look at how much time it took to build this and then how much time it took to build this. Like those are pretty comparable lines, man. And you did this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, where this took a lot longer than that, like a lot longer than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Okay, I say a lot longer, maybe not a lot longer. My bad. Let's draw these lines a little bit quicker, or a little bit tighter, real quick, actually. Something like that. Something like that. It's a little bit longer, actually, so maybe I'll just put it above. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is like right on par with that. It does, to me, it does look like it's a stronger move, but I guess when we draw it out like that, it does look pretty on par. You're just not getting as many of these like small weeks. It's like you had one small week and you're just getting so much follow through. 5 days left in this week. Can we go higher? Absolutely. Could we reverse from here? Absolutely. If we put a line right at the tip top right now and look at it for what it is, we kind of tip this as support. We found resistance in this area. It really wouldn't be crazy. We closed yesterday at the 1618. We absolutely could do that, but there's, looking at the 4 hour, how bullish it is, the daily, how bullish it is, and how I would expect people to misinterpret this as bearish divergence. Don't get me wrong, it is right now. It looks like it, but it can, if it continues to grow, then it's not, and then as soon as we get that, that's when we'll turn around. Watch, right? Let's see, like here, for example, right, bearish divergence right here, and you continued to build up, and only once this wasn't a lower high, it was an even high, that's when you saw a more kind of dramatic, pronounced drop, and even that wasn't that much, right? You moved up, you negated this bearish divergence again, you came back up to the same areas that you found resistance. That's whenever you finally saw your move down. So, and you had bearish divergence a look like that all the way up here. So it wouldn't be crazy at all if by the time that we see this area that we reject, not before it, but at it or after it. And if we put a line right there, actually, we've kind of found resistance in this area a few times already. So it wouldn't be crazy to move up higher is all I'm trying to say. But let's see how today closes, okay? Let's see how today closes with Bitcoin. If we can close today red, if we can manage to make this look like some kind of closing rejection off of the 1618 area, we likely would at least go back to that 1272 at about 52.5K and probably move down to this 886 to the 618 area, anywhere from 44.7K to 47.7K, somewhere in that area. Would be on the table. But if not, if we close today in the green and like break out above the 618, we do stand to move to 61K in a short amount of time. 61 to 63K. Closing above here is not enough confirmation, but it really would start to look good. Seeing another day close above it, or better yet, a day that you check back as support and then you close green, that would be further confirmation. But it would be pretty convincing. It would definitely be convincing. Closing right at it and then the next day you close above it with this volume, like I would be pretty convinced if we close today green a little bit higher than we are now, not like right at the 1618, but substantially enough above it. Like if we close at 58K, I would think that would be enough for me to really believe that we're going to see 61K or higher before pulling back to that 50K, 52K, 47K, 45K area. It depends on what the levels will look like when we get there. But yeah, that's what I got, guys. That's all I got, I think. 4 hour is nuts, dude. It's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. 2 hour looks so good too. 1 hour really good as well. Yeah. I like it. I really do like it. I think it wants to move higher. I got nothing else to say, man. I feel like I droned on a little bit there, but that's what you got. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Bitcoin's looking good, you guys. Again, what I started the video saying is, right, slow to move up. We're on the second leg, and we're really, we're moving up a lot faster, a lot harder, with more volume. So I'm under the impression that this is not it. Okay, I'm under the impression this is not it. Where, kind of before these 2 days, I was under the impression that we would top off around here. But man, with just how it looks, it's, got to change your opinions as it comes, man. But anyways, that's all I got. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.